Fatality moves, I make it bleed. That's on any game, that's on any screen. Shut up and give me your money. They said we so lit. Even if I take an L, we coming back just to show that we don't quit. They said we hit. They said we on. They said we strong. They said go.
Greetings and salutations, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the 95th edition of BullSittin on TSWS Gaming. We're a little light this week, a couple of absentees, but the show must go on. I am Loke7. Joining me today is Mr. Matt Likes Games, the man that likes games more than anyone else in the world. Matt, how you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing pretty great, buddy. How's it going?
Slow, very slow. Slow like Nintendo's showcase, but we're going to have to get into it eventually.
Oof.
Someone has to do it, all right? Someone's got to do it.
Somebody.
Yeah. Welcome in. Raichi came in here first, says, I'm sorry, friends. I have given my vote to the algorithm. All for democracy. Helldivers runs great on Steam Deck. So this man just came in here.
It does. I was playing it last night. It's a problem. It's an issue.
All right. This man just smashed the like button and bounced. All right, appreciate you, Reggie. Big Mad Mo, welcome in. Stapo already complaining about broke ass ponies who don't buy games. Sure. Vincent Vega, welcome in. My brother in Kojima, Mr. Joanna Duck, welcome in, bruv. Welcome in. Matt, you were saying something in the pre-show. I cut you off so we could start on time. Go ahead and finish.
I was just because that comment you just read, you brought it up, and I thought it was funny because it's just the amount of mental gymnastics that fanboys are going to have to do to try to play Hi-Fi Rush on PS5 is going to be magnificent. Because it's like they have this thing of like, oh, we support the devs. We support the devs. And it's a game that people on PlayStation, if they played it, most people would love that game. Most people would love that game. It's one of those kind of games where it's like, yeah, I'd probably love it if I'm a fanboy. Yeah, I'd probably love it, but I can't give any satisfaction or any sort of money to Microsoft. So plus, oh man, imagine the DualSense features on that. Bet it's.
With the rhythm,
cool.
Right?
With the rhythm, pretty cool. I would bet it's pretty cool.
I would probably play it on my PS5, but one, I've already played it on the Xbox, and two, I still haven't figured out the controller situation. Vincent sent me some tips. I haven't gotten to them, but I will get to them tomorrow, because after our show I have to hop on to Why Is the Show, and then I have to sleep. But tomorrow, definitely, I will look into it. So Matt, before we get into the terminally online, let's address this showcase. Actually, before that, what have you been playing, Matt?
Ooh, buddy, I beat Death Stranding. That was phenomenal. That was a legitimate masterpiece. I'm now playing.
Remember, you used to fight me when I told you it was a masterpiece. You used to fight me.
I don't remember doing that. I'm not saying I didn't, Loke. I'm just saying I don't remember doing that. Because I don't remember ever talking to you about Death Stranding until it came to Game Pass and I tried it. And when I tried it, I was like, hey, this is actually really good.
All right. Well, I did tell you it was a masterpiece, and you're like, hold the phone, chill out.
You probably
And I was
told
like,
me
no, no,
Metal Gear
no.
Solid was a
It is.
masterpiece. And then I probably pushed
That is
back on
also
that.
true. That is
It's
also
not.
true.
It's not. It's not. Okay, but what was the question?
Thank you, Vincent Vega, for defending my honor. Loke needs 4 days to fix a controller. Ain't nobody can call him a pony. He don't care. I really don't.
What is wrong with your controller?
Really don't. Matt, you know what's wrong with my controller. You're trying to expose me live. Is that what you're trying to do?
Look, what's wrong with the controller?
You know what? Fine, whatever. So my controller, what happened was I started playing Dark Souls on Steam with my PlayStation controller. So I synchronized the Bluetooth with the controller, see, and it worked like a charm, right?
That's great.
So then I was like, let me go and play Callisto Protocol on the PlayStation. So I tried to reconnect the way I usually connect and disconnect with the Xbox controller, and that didn't work.
So are you tried to use that, or not tried, you successfully used that controller wirelessly on your computer?
Yes.
And then you tried to bring it back to your PlayStation 5 and it was just it no. It just said no.
No. Yeah.
That's again, Luke, wired. You gotta go wired.
It's 2024. Why?
Look at
why
this.
do I have
look
to
at
use
this.
wires?
Look at that. Look at that, Luke.
That's ridiculous.
I'm playing a game right now, Luke. You know why? You know why I'm using a wire, Luke? Because my PC.
Why?
Here's me. Here's my PC. That's how close we are.
But I can
use a wire. I can use a wire.
But aesthetics matter, dude.
Well, like, now you can't. Now you got a brick. Now you got a nice brick on your hands, Luke. Because aesthetics matter. Oh God. Yeah, that's great.
Are you good?
Yeah, I'm great. I'm doing great, bud.
Can we move on now?
Let's move on, buddy. Let's move on.
All right. So I've been playing Remnant, and I think Dark Souls 3 specifically has taught me some very valuable lessons, because I'm beating a whole bunch of like bosses first time, just rolling through the game. I'm not even feeling like I need to grind or anything. I'm having a lot of fun with Remnant 2. I even beat 2 world bosses, which is ridiculous. No assistance. Nice. I'm playing completely offline, just me by myself. And wow. I just want to say thank you to Dark Souls. And anyone that's intimidated with Dark Souls, you can start with Remnant or Remnant 2. It's like Dark Souls for kiddies, right? And then you can upgrade to the actual Dark Souls. But it's hard, but not really. It's a good time.
I have all Dark Souls games. Like, I own every single Dark Souls game. Sekiro
How many
included.
Have you finished?
I have finished Elden Ring because I absolutely fucking loved Elden Ring. That's one of the best games ever made. And then I was like, oh, I loved Elden Ring. Surely
Let me try.
I'll love all of them. So I bought the entire collection. I bought the entire collection for Xbox plus Bloodborne on PlayStation. And I was like, I'll start with Bloodborne. Everybody said Bloodborne's amazing. Was getting my ass kicked. I was getting my teeth kicked in on Bloodborne. I was like, you know what? I'll come back to it. I'll try Demon Souls, because that was one of the first games I got on PS5. I never really played it. I tried Demon Souls. I got to the Flame Lurker. I'm getting my teeth kicked in. I can't beat them. And then I'm like, okay, Dark Souls 1, surely that's probably the easiest one, right? And I beat the first boss. I made like a few bosses. I'm getting my teeth kicked in. Dark Souls 2, getting my teeth kicked in. Dark Souls 3, I beat that first boss.
The knight?
the night I beat
Yeah.
that guy, getting my teeth kicked in now. Can't do anything. So I need to figure out how to do things, because Elden Ring was easy because I could just leave and come back later. But Dark
Yes.
Souls, you have to
You have
get
to
past
beat
it.
what's in front of you.
Yes,
There's
you
no
have to.
grinding it. There's no going around it, or you
And
have to
I
beat the guy
struggle with
right
that.
there.
I struggle
Dude,
with it.
you shouldn't even feel bad. Like for me, I just beat Dark Souls 3.
God, oh nice.
That's like 7 years later or 8 years later, and I just beat Dark Souls 3. I'm thinking of doing Dark Souls 1 as well, but don't even stress yourself, man. Eventually you're gonna get through it. Just don't go full hollow. Don't give up forever. Just put it off till next year. Then you can start again. Vincent says start with Demon Souls. Well,
yeah. Well, okay. Here's what I'll do. I'll go back to Demon Souls tonight because I want to beat Flame Lurker, because I've been watching videos on it, and apparently it's relatively easy. And I know the fight inside and out. It's just I always mess up, like middle of the fight. I always mess up, and I just gotta get it right. But I can beat that guy. It's just a matter of actually doing it.
Dark Souls it's like those boss fights. You can try to go online and someone's going to give you a tutorial. They can give you the cheat code. Like this is how you can cheese this specific boss. And dude,
then you have to do it.
Yes, you still have to actually do it.
Yes.
People act like you can just go online and find the answer. That's not how it works. That's not how it works. Anyone will try the Unicorn Overlord demo, or I'm the only weirdo who log on to SRP? I think that's just you. Unicorn Overlord.
That might just be you. I've never heard of that.
Buddy. Yep. Let's get into this showcase. It wasn't a showcase, it was a direct. Here we go. So the first thing announced was Obsidian's Grounded and Pentiment, the first Xbox games coming to Nintendo Switch. Matt?
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on this specifically?
I think it's great. It's especially great for Pentiment because I gotta be honest, like as much as I like Josh Sawyer and I like Obsidian, I love Obsidian. That's just not my kind of game. And I did give it a shot, but it's not for me. But I know a lot of people like it, and it was limited to, let's be real, it was limited to a relatively smaller audience, being on only Xbox and PC. Opening it up to Switch and PlayStation, hopefully gets it some more people, because I think I've seen Joshua talk about he would love to do a second one. And maybe that's something that can happen if more people get into it. So I'm very happy with that. Grounded, I think, makes a lot of sense too, just because it's way more popular than anyone ever thought it would be before it released. To the point where it's actually getting a television show.
I was like,
Netflix.
This is gonna be a shit show. This is not gonna.
Yeah, that's what I thought, and apparently people love it. And I played it. It's pretty. I didn't play it with friends, so that's my problem. But I played it solo, and it's fun. It's a fun game. It's a lot better than I thought it would be. It makes sense. Live service game, kind of ever evolving. More players equals more virality equals just more money. So that's
you can call me a Sony pony if you want, but the look of this game does not appeal to me, like at all.
What's that? Grounded?
Grounded, yeah. I don't want to hear about it's cool or whatever, but for me, because like gameplay matters, yes, but if I don't like what I'm looking at, what's the point? That's why you have stylish games and stuff like, and Devil May Cry. That's why Dante does and looks the way he looks, because looks matter. That's why Lara Croft looks the way she looks. You know what I mean? And Grounded for me, like it's never clicked. It's never going to click. The first time Cozy pointed the numbers to me of the amount of people playing Grounded, my mind exploded, but it is what it is. Rachie, yes, you're the only one who enjoyed Pentiment. You're the only weirdo that enjoyed
Yeah.
Pentiment. You and Cozy flying that flag very high.
Yeah, that seems like a game Cozy would like a lot. I can see that.
Yeah. But I'm not seeing much point. Like the needle's not moved here by Pentiment and Grounded. Grounded for me it doesn't move, but in terms of player count and stuff, I think we can agree that it's a big one. It's a big one.
I think Grounded's gonna do numbers.
Yeah.
Especially on Switch, where it's like there's not many games like console, like PS5 and Series X and Series S. Those get games like that often. Whereas Switch, it's like not many games like that can run on a Switch. I mean, they tried to get Arc on there, and it works technically, but
it didn't work out.
Yeah, it's not that good. So I think it'll have a pretty good audience. It'll probably have its biggest audience on Switch, I would imagine.
Bigger than the Xbox crowd?
I would imagine so.
I don't know. Look like Fortnite. Why is Monkey Ball in the article? Because, moving on, a new Super Monkey Ball game is coming in June. So during the showcase, Sega announced that a new Super Monkey Ball franchise entry is coming exclusively to Nintendo Switch on June 25th. Matt, can you imagine 20 years ago, Sega announcing an exclusive on Nintendo?
It's funny times. It's funny times we're living in. That's all I can say about that. I'm going to be honest with you. Keep it real.
Yeah.
Never played. It's a new Super Monkey Ball. I've never played Super Monkey Ball. Don't know what that is. But God bless anyone who's excited.
Yeah, God bless. But yeah, we're good. Big Mad Mo, I don't understand what you mean by OS 5 dudes. You meant PS5 dudes don't buy games. All right, sure. Let's move on. Dude even misspelt it. Geez, this thing, it keeps scrolling. Why is it? Okay, here we go.
You didn't misspell. It's the overrated Station 5.
Oh, Lord. Star Wars Battlefront Classic Collection announced.
Hell yeah!
You were talking about your hype for this. I don't see it, but go ahead.
Buddy.
Tell us why you're hyped.
Your simulation days.
Oh, my God. I'll tell you why I'm hyped. You're fine. Is one reason 64-player online multiplayer. That's all I need. That is literally all I needed to hear. Because when they announced this and I saw that, I was like, okay, so you're just gonna port them to the new consoles. The servers are gonna be dead. Nobody cares. And then they said 64-player online multiplayer. I was like, okay, I know at least a couple thousand people will be playing this. So I can get into games. I can play that game online. I didn't get to play it online back in the day because I didn't get Xbox Live until like right before Halo 3 came out. So I missed out on playing those online. I am very and it's 2 days before my birthday. So I'm very excited about that. Next month I got this and Dragon's Dogma 2, which is probably, I'm calling it now. I could be wrong. I think Dragon's Dogma 2 is going to be Game of the Year.
Oh my! The way too early prediction for Game of the Year.
Very, very
already
early. I think Dragon's Dogma 2, unless it comes out broken, unless it comes out severely broken, which let's be real is totally possible. Totally possible. I think if it comes out smooth, I think that's Game of the Year.
Smooth at 30 frames per second. Sure.
No, hey, they announced an uncapped frame. Hey, it doesn't bother me because I'm on PC, but they announced an uncapped frame rate for consoles.
Oh, what does that mean? I'm not really.
Basically means they can't guarantee 60, but it's going to be higher than 30. It'll fluctuate. Sometimes it'll be 60, sometimes it'll drop to 30, but it's going to be uncapped. There's no cap on it.
Wait, but the few games that I've heard have that type of dynamic frame per second situation, sometimes it can drop below 30. Is that not a
That
risk?
I don't think so, unless it's like, I mean, if it would have to be very badly optimized. Like if you have an uncapped frame rate mode, and I think it's two different modes. Like there's a quality which is 30, and then
Mm-hmm.
there's uncapped. If you're in the
Okay.
uncapped mode and you're dropping below 30, then your game is broken. It's busted. It's busted. And at that point, then yeah, it doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter. But if it's 30, but if it's between 30 and 60, especially on Xbox, the
Mm-hmm.
VRR should take care of most of it. So it should be fine.
So I doubted you in the pre-show that
Yeah.
they'll be able to fill the lobbies for a 64 player
Yep.
multiplayer. But
You sure did.
Raichi says here democracy will need a pause because the Confederacy of Independent Systems needs my assistance. So
It does.
Raichi would drop Helldivers to play Battlefront.
I feel like a lot of people like, I don't think anyone's gonna just give up on Helldivers, but I feel like there's gonna be a lot of people bouncing between Helldivers and Star Wars Battlefront.
They look very similar, except like one's got way better graphics because of when it came out, but they look very similar.
It's a fun time. Both of those games or all three of those games are great.
Yeah, well, online is not really my thing, so good for you guys. Y'all enjoy yourselves. Moving on, classic rare games including Killer Instinct and Battletoads in Battle Maniacs are coming to Switch Online today. So these games are already on Switch Online. I couldn't care less about these. Matt, do you care at all?
Not at all. I'm never signing up for Switch Online.
Yeah. Okay, never is a big word. Okay, never's a big word.
It's a pretty small word. I'm never signing up for Switch Online.
What?
I mean, here's how I sign up for Switch Online. If you get me Metroid Prime 4 online multiplayer, I will happily sign up for Switch Online. Until then, I'm not signing up for Switch Online. I don't care.
Those two are not impossibilities. So don't be saying never, dude. Don't be saying never.
I will never sign up for Switch Online.
I'm with Vincent Vega. It says he doesn't have time to play single player. How he's supposed to find time to join all the form stars? That's how I feel about most online games. It's like I am so behind on single player games. So behind. I'm not going to find time for multiplayer unless I'm getting paid for it. Or unless it's like a very, very specific special request or something. But I'm not going to just dedicate time to it because I don't have time. So Killer Instinct was amazing. All right. Well, moving on. Oh my god. I'm so glad I didn't waste time watching this showcase. I'm so glad. For the Nintendo fans, have at it. Okay, y'all enjoy yourselves, but okay. Epic Monkey rebrushed. Epic Mickey. Sorry. Epic Mickey. Sorry. My bad. Epic Mickey rebrushed is a remake of the 2010 Wii exclusive. Matt, are you foaming at the mouth to play this?
No, I don't care about that.
I won't even let.
What's funny
go
about
ahead.
the Wii is everybody was super hyped about the Wii. I got the Wii, and all I did with that thing was play Guitar Hero. That was it. Yeah, I did Wii Sports for a little bit, but I'm pretty sure one of the controllers broke, and I just got a guitar and play Guitar Hero. And that's it.
I don't know how many times or how many ways I can say it, but Nintendo games they're not for me, you know? Like I'm watching this trailer. This is everything that I saw back in the day when I was busy playing Gears of War or Metal Gear Solid 4. And people would be like, "Oh, you want to try the Wii?" And they'd give me the little remote thing and be like, "Okay, here's the game." And everything looked like this. Like no hate towards this, but it's just not for me. Like the whole aesthetic. I don't even want to know how it plays. Just the way it looks is just man.
Yeah, I'm all set.
Yeah.
Can't play that.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, moving on. Shin Megami Tensei. God damn it, this thing is over scrolling. All right, there we go. Shin Megami Tensei 5 Vengeance is a revamped version of the 2021 Switch exclusive. Matt, so first, are you excited for it? And second, people are still trolling the PlayStation for all these ports and remakes and remasters. Why is no one shitting on Nintendo?
Well, the answer to that is because Nintendo's fan base is entirely like Nintendo's not a part of the whole console war thing. As much as people try to lump them in there every now and then, they're just not. Nobody cares because nobody cares about Nintendo doing it, quite frankly, because it's like that their fan base is like they eat that shit up. Whereas at a certain point with PlayStation, even with the diehards, you've seen it online, like when they announced, oh, we're remastering Horizon Zero Dawn, and people are like, even like the hardcore fanboys, like, what?
It just came out.
Why?
What are you talking about?
Yeah, like everybody in unison is just like, why are we doing this still? Why is that still thing? Like and here, I'm guilty with this. Last of Us Part 2 remastered. I got that just to play the roguelike mode. But like people in unison are like, why are you remastering that game that came out 4 years ago? Why would you do that? But whereas Nintendo fans see this and they're just like, fuck yeah. Fuck yeah, I'm down to spend $60 again. I don't care.
Again for the same. Okay.
Like they're totally cool with it, and hey, more power to them. I mean, if that's what makes you happy, then God bless. But I mean, I just feel like both of those fan bases are wildly different in that aspect, and that's why you see this.
Yeah, and the big change here is that it's going to be released also on the PlayStation, Xbox, and PC on June 21st. Richie says I'm crapping on the graphics from 40% of Xbox's games. Listen, I'll crap on bad graphics all the time. It doesn't matter who it is. I don't care at all. Vincent says Shin Megami 5 is going to be big. Okay, let's see. Matthew, welcome in, Matthew Hum. Sir X-Man, I think it was a great show for Nintendo. Cheers, Sir X-Man. Welcome in. Totally agree. Why remake a recent game if not for blatant profit margins? Which is fine, right? Like we can't forget that these companies exist to make a profit. But the reason why it's acceptable for them to keep doing these things is because people keep buying.
Yes.
At some point, we need to say this is subpar. We need to not do this. But if we keep paying, we're gonna get remasters of games from like games will come out in 2029, and then we'll get the remaster in 2030, and it'll cost $70 or $80 even, you know.
Yep. I mean, they're 1,000. Here's what I can tell you for sure: they're a trillion% going to do that with GTA 5 or GTA 6. GTA 6 is going to come out on these consoles, and then the next consoles that come out, they're going to be like, "Here it is, the official version of it." And now the price. Who knows what the price is now? Maybe it goes up to $80. Who knows?
100.
What's like?
It's going to be 100.
But they're absolutely going to do that. And here's the thing: for a game like that, most people are going to buy it. It's just the way it is. Most people will.
We're both going to buy it.
Yes.
Why we kept it? Me and you are going to buy that game.
I will buy that. And
we're going to buy it now, and then we'll buy it in 2028.
And I'll tell you what, if I end up getting both consoles next generation, which I'm going to assume I'll do, I mean, whenever GTA 6 comes out, I'll get it. I'm getting GTA 6 on Xbox. I'm getting it on PlayStation, and then next generation, I'll be getting it on Xbox, PlayStation. And then when it comes to PC, I'll be getting it on PC as well. That's the way it is for GTA.
Yeah, yeah. It is what it is. Next, we have Endless Ocean. Luminous is coming to Nintendo Switch this May. Matt, is it even worth finishing this trailer?
I have no idea what this game is, but God bless. God bless.
Okay, let me tell you what it is. It's another game franchise that appeared on the Wii, made an appearance today. It's a scuba diving adventure game and the second sequel in the Endless Ocean franchise following 2010's Endless Ocean 2, Adventures of the Deep. In Endless Ocean, Luminous players will venture across the Veiled Sea region to discover all the marine life inhabiting the area. According to the store listing, Luminous has over 500 species of marine life for players to discover. Endless Ocean Luminous is out May 2nd on Nintendo Switch.
That's fantastic. 30 players online? What are they doing? Oh my god.
Yeah.
Good for them.
Vince says it's a puzzler, great puzzler, not just a puzzler. Great. Okay. Oh,
Fair enough.
Richie says it's awesome. You can train dolphins. I don't want to shit too much on it because I'm the guy that plays Football Manager. I have almost 100 hours already in Football Manager, so I don't want to be a hypocrite, but this looks very boring. I'm just saying, it looks very, very boring. Like, I'd probably want to listen to my course, my degree course right now while playing this thing. Like, it doesn't.
No.
All right. For whoever wants it, you have fun. We're good. Next, we have South Park Snow Day announced for Nintendo Switch.
Hey.
Okay. Finally, we have a game to talk about.
Hey, I am down, especially for this one because I like the first two South Park or like the ones last generation. But they were in the South Park style. They were side scroller kind of games, pretty much.
Turn-based.
This is this is a fully 3D game.
Yeah,
I'm interested.
And it's not turn-based.
I'm interested. Here's the thing: the turn-based works in South Park because they make it funny. They make a joke of doing it. Whereas most games don't do that. So it works in the old South Parks. This one I'm really interested in because it's going completely away from that. It's fully 3D. It looks pretty cool, to be honest.
Yeah.
And it's only $30, I think. So I'm probably gonna grab it.
Yeah, I'll probably give it a go. Does anyone know if this thing has the difficulty slider where if you make it more difficult, the character, you remember that one? Yeah.
The darker
Does
you
anyone
are,
know?
the more difficult.
Yeah. Like I'm playing life on the hardest difficulty, people. All right, the hardest one. Math is like kind of difficult, not really, but it's kind of difficult.
It's. I would say, I don't know how tall you are, Luke. I'd say I'm almost there because I'm this color, but also I'm really, really tall. So people just look at me kind of like
But if you're tall, that's a good thing, no?
It's a good and bad thing because I find that people, they, on top of judging you by things you shouldn't be judged for, your skin color, let's just say it. You're also, people also kind of assume like, oh, I bet he's up to no good. I bet, like,
because you're tall.
Not because but because of like the mix of like tall is intimidating, but also the skin color. It's like intimidation plus he's different. I don't know how to explain that properly, but
All right,
yes.
so maybe you're also playing it on the hardest difficulty. Maybe.
I wouldn't say the hardest. I'm a couple shades lighter than you.
Just a few. Matt, what do you say to Sir X-Man's theory here that Microsoft is clearly helping Nintendo with server support, with all these games that we've seen that have like online support?
I mean, that would be smart. The Azure servers are very popular, very widely used, and they seem to work great. I mean, it would make sense. I don't see why they wouldn't, honestly.
All right, Vincent, the glory days of PS1 South Park, and that's the vibe I'm getting here.
Yes,
it's taking me all the way back to those PS1 games. We had South Park Racers, we had South Park Brawlers. It was South Park all over the place, and they were pretty good, from my recollection. I enjoyed myself. Me and my brothers had a very good time with the South Park games. So I'll probably give this a go when it comes out. Probably. Vic, the motherfucking click. Welcome in, Vic. Nintendo paying Microsoft for servers. No, probably. All right, let's keep it moving. After South Park, we got Ender Magnolia Bloom in the Mist. So this is a sequel to 2001's Ender Lilies, Quietus of the Nights. In this dark fantasy Metroidvania, players side scroller. Matt, what are your thoughts?
I don't care.
Yeah,
I don't care about this.
I just want to confirm the gameplay. Hell no. I'm out. Next, we had Mother 3 is coming to Nintendo Switch Online, but only what? This is one of the most expected game for like decades, dude. I think people have wanted this game since the 90s, if I'm not mistaken.
That's wild.
Oh, goodness. Only in Japan. Wow,
The whole game only releases in Japan?
Yeah. This looks very nice. Like compared to the previous Mother games. Oh, let's see if there's a reason here. In the Japanese version of today's Nintendo Direct, the company revealed that Mother 3, one of the most desirable Japanese RPGs in gaming history, is making its way to the Switch Online. Again, this only premiered during the Japanese version of today's Direct, meaning Nintendo Switch Online users based in Japan will only have access to Mother when it hits the service. For years, Nintendo fans based in the West have asked Nintendo to localize Mother 3, and many resorting to unofficial means to access it. Even series creator I'm about to kill this name, but I'm sorry. Shigesato Itoi said last year that he would love for people in the US to play Mother 3. Monster Hunter Stories is back, and okay. So we didn't get a reason to why Mother 3 is only in Japan. Matt, do you want to give it a stab and just guess why?
It's because I don't care.
Jeez. So you never played the previous Mother games 1 and 2, or 1 or 2?
I was about to say, was there even a 1 and 2?
Yeah.
Don't know.
Some of the best games, the best stories ever told, dude. Ever. Like that's right next to Mass Effect and everything.
That is cool to hear. I've never heard of it.
Oh my goodness.
That is something.
It's just a lot of text reading, so.
Oh yeah, that must have. I wasn't playing that back then. I have ADHD, look, I can't do that. Especially when I was a kid. No.
Okay. Next, Monster Hunter Stories is getting remastered for modern platforms. How old is this game? Oh, okay, it was on the 3DS. All right, that makes sense. Matt, thoughts on Monster Hunter Stories?
I mean, that's cool. I'm not a Monster Hunter guy. Like this whole show is just kind of like, just a big shoulder shrug from me.
All right. Oh, is this the last one? Hold up.
Oh boy.
Yep, it's the last one. It's the last one. Gundam Breaker 4 was
Praise the sun.
announced out sometime this year, but this one is only going to be available on PC, PlayStation, and Nintendo Switch. What are your thoughts?
PC, PlayStation, and Nintendo Switch. God, how often have we heard that?
Yeah.
How often
Like
has
at
that
some
happened?
point, you're not surprised anymore. You know what I mean? At some
Nope.
point, it's like, oh, okay. Thumbs
I'm
up.
definitely not surprised anymore. It's I mean, Gundam's awesome. It's awesome for the people who are looking forward to it. And Raichi says Gundam always skips Xbox. That seems to be the case.
Yeah.
It definitely seems to be the case. So it's not surprising, but looks cool for all the people who are into Gundam.
Yeah. And with that, the showcase is over. Matt, what's your rating for this one?
A solid
we saw Sir X-Men gave
2.5
it a
out of
9.
10.
Damn. Sir X-Men
That's
gave it a
it.
9.5, 2.5.
It's not a 2.5. It's good. It's I'm sure, like, for people who love Nintendo, I'm sure it was a 9 out of 10. But for me, looking in at something I really don't care about, the only thing they had for me to really care about was Battlefront. And I mean, I guess that's worth a 5 at least. So I guess I give it a 5 out of 10.
It's a 5. All right. Vincent gives it a C. So I guess it passed, right? It passed the smell test. That's something. I give it on a serious note, right? I'd give it a 5 as well. I'd also give it a 5. Like I relieved. I feel relieved I didn't watch this live. I also feel relieved I didn't take the time to watch it, like to actually go to the YouTube page, open it, and sit there for I don't know if it was 15 minutes or 20 minutes or 30 minutes. I don't know. I'm relieved. I don't feel like I need to get a refund for the time that I would waste watching this. It's a lot of mid. A lot.
Yeah.
For me personally, and clearly for you as well. Mecha Break, Mecha Break just got announced on Steam. I hope they make a successor to Gundam. We'll see. We'll see. I was just watching it because it was an hour before Elden Ring. What? The Nintendo showcase was an hour. Yo. Now I'm doubly like relieved.
That couldn't have been an hour. There's no way that was an hour.
Dude,
there's nothing there.
Thank you. There's nothing there.
That's nuts.
Mike loves mech games. Same, dude. Did you finish Armored Core, Mike? Because I played Armored Core 6 and great, magnificent game. I miss Mrs. Mech Assault. Yeah, solid shot. Oh, it was 20 minutes. Okay,
I'm about to say, that couldn't have been an hour. If that was an hour, that's a sham.
Somebody needs to get fired.
Yeah, somebody.
Anyways, let's move on to the Salt Xbox game Hi-Fi Rush confirmed for PS5 release date. So, what's the date? When's this thing going? Following on from today's news, Pentiment, blah, blah, blah. Confirmation comes from a video seemingly pushed early to Bethesda's LATAM YouTube video. Tango Gameworks. Okay, it arrives on PlayStation 5 March 18th as part of Microsoft's new multi-platform push. But are your feelings still the same about I don't care? Did you just get a text, Matt? Did you just get a text from a source
Yeah.
telling you not to worry?
Next week's gonna be awesome.
Yeah, make the face again. I liked it. Oh my goodness. That's the face, ladies and gentlemen. Uh so have your feelings changed? Because we did discuss this last week, but have your feelings
Yeah.
changed as this is now becoming real? Because sometimes
No.
when people say something is going to happen, you're like, oh, okay, I'm cool,
Yeah.
I'm cool.
My
And then when it
my
happens and it hits you in
feelings
the face, then you don't really feel the same way.
my feelings have not changed at all. I'll tell you what's changed is a lot of people's feelings. Because after the show last week, everybody's like, "Oh, okay." And then they did it, and everybody's like, "Oh my god, it's the end of Xbox!" Ah, and did everybody's free? Dude, people are. It's embarrassing online right now. It's really
Yeah,
embarrassing. It's cringe. Uh, but my feelings have not changed at all. I really don't care. I think it's
you're
great.
still
More people
good.
get to play it. Honestly, I think it's cool just for the haptic feedback, like the DualSense features. I think it's cool, especially specifically for Hi-Fi
Hmm.
Rush. Um, so yeah, I'm fine with it.
All
Does
right.
not bother me.
Hard days, Mike. Good luck with Ahmad Core. I heard there's multiple endings. I'm not putting myself through that. Like one ending, that's it. That's pretty much that's all I've got in me, you know? Just one ending.
Oh, cozy.
Yeah, Cozy and Pixelbit. Welcome in, everyone.
No,
Welcome. Welcome.
What in the hell did I just hear just now?
What?
Hi-Fi
what
Rush is
was that?
trash.
When I came in, all I heard was all I got in me is one ending. I'm what? What are
Oh
you
my
doing?
I
goodness.
mean, that's
Jesus.
probably
That's
true.
not
Hello, everyone.
Oh,
It's true. We know it's true. That's all he's got in him.
It's all TMI though. Jesus. Hey,
We didn't
Cozy,
need to
what's
know.
going
You're
on?
right.
This is
I'm
just
I'm doing
TMI. I'm so
fantastic. I'm
sorry.
hanging out with the fam.
I'm sorry that I came in at that particular moment. Like my ears, my
you
virgin ears, they
you
didn't
came
need that.
in. Never mind.
Ah, pause. No doubt. And once again, Loki's saying, "Why do I invite Pixel to anything? You can't take this guy anywhere."
wow.
Savage.
Wow. Like I expect that from Cozy, not from you, Pixel. Come on. You have white hair all over you.
What
man,
does that
no.
have to do
Oh.
with anything else? I earned that white hair, my good friend.
Well, act like it. All right. Gogo Paul, welcome in. Big Mad Bull, times like this. I'm glad I don't got Twitter. Oh my god. Is that Big Daddy Loke rocking the Burlington special? Love from China, Wagwan bigger. What is a Burlington
Wagwan.
special? Someone tell me what a Burlington special is.
Talking Burlington Coat Factory. What are we talking about here?
I don't know. No one knows what the
Yeah, I
Burlington
don't know.
special is.
That's a new one
All
to me.
right. I agree with him. Says gross. Yes. Thank you very much. Jax, we're trying. All right. Our ESG score was very high until like 2 seconds ago. All right. But we're gonna push it back up. We're gonna push it back up. Cozy Beluga, Pixel Bit. Thank you for coming in, guys.
Yep.
What have you guys been playing this past week?
Survivors 2 and Brotato and Go Mecha Ball.
All right. All
I've
right.
managed to get two rounds of Hell Divers to run. I mean, that was about it. But that was good. And then a little bit of Starfield and a little bit of some more Dave the Diver. But I was mobile like most of the week, so playing on my Legion Go. So shout out to
That because
handheld PCs and mobile gaming, baby.
all right.
Right,
Shout out,
man.
shout out. Ham, the situation is still the same, but Vincent sent me some help on in my DMs, and I will be fixing my controller situation. All right. That's all I will say about that. Yes, Oshis, mind in the gutter. I know it's Friday, but jeez. Sir X-Men. No, Sir X-Men. Nope, nope, nope. We have enough of Messi right now in the chat. We have enough. All right.
X-Men is the king of Messi, the professor of Messi.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, I've got his 2 assistants here, and I'm good. All right. So, Cozy and Pixel, what are your thoughts on Xbox game Hi-Fi Rush getting confirmed for the PS5?
Good. They need to bring the rest of their library so the Xbox can hurry up and die.
She chose violence. Oh my god, that makes me sad.
It's really good for games to get more reach. That's all I'm about. I'm mostly PC, so I don't care. I get all of them. I get everything I want.
Okay. I disagree with that take, but okay. Pixel.
It is an affront to the brand and his yellow belly cowardness from Microsoft. But it is what it is, so let's see if people actually buy the crap or not. And
now you're calling it crap.
No, hey, I like the game. Let's not get it twisted. I like the game. Let's hope people buy the game, and maybe Microsoft will actually advertise the shit because kind of hard to sell a game that nobody fucking knows about. Just saying.
The reality is also that as someone who loves rhythm games, rhythm
Yes.
games are actually pretty niche. They are across the board. Rhythm games are actually just pretty niche. This game was never going to be like, oh man, get that large great audience because people largely don't play rhythm games. But I'm just glad to see it in more hands. I really think I say this all the time, but outside of Nintendo, really exclusives don't matter. I know PlayStation people like to believe their exclusives matter, but the sales show they aren't buying them in a high volume. The games are maybe breaking even. They aren't really selling and making costs. So it's smart to get ahead of the curve because you know what? I know there's going to be like a PlayStation 6 or whatever, but could you imagine the dire straits you'd be in, like Xbox and PlayStation, 20 years from now, when the world looks very much different? It doesn't look
it
good.
won't even take 20 years, but
that's me just giving a rough estimate, but
yeah, no, I feel you.
That's a reality. The writing is on the wall, and you get these console gamers who live in these echo chambers and think that their reality is what's going on. No, that's not. And I'm happy to see Microsoft's being ahead of the curve with this.
Yeah, they're calling current. Is it Harry Carey? Is that the maneuver in Japan when you kill yourself?
I don't think it's Harakuri. I don't think it is.
Sampuka? Something like that?
Yeah, seppuku. It's seppuku.
Seppuku. Yeah, there it is. Seppuku. Yeah. So, but look, she has a point, right? The logical part of my brain says, yeah, it makes sense. More games for the world, blah, 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 right? My inner fanboy is like, what the fuck? But because the Microsoft is going to be ahead of the curve like everyone else, right? But they've been ahead of the curve for over a decade. And how has that helped them, right? So it's just the timing of it is just so weird. Because
now you're gonna make me defend Microsoft.
No.
Microsoft has always been ahead.
You don't need
to
defend anything. Listen what I'm saying. Okay. The timing just is weird because you've just spent all this money to finally have a sack of balls, and now it's like, share the wealth, right? Like, wait till give it another year or two. It's not gonna impact the sales of these games. None of the games on this list are going to blow up on other platforms, right? The rhythm game may do okay on Switch, right? Because it's cartoon, it has that look. Great voice acting in that game, by the way. The characters are awesome. Play the game, right? But you should have played the game already because it was awesome while it was on PC and Xbox. So I can see maybe it getting some traction on Switch. Sea of Thieves, I don't know, right? I mean, it's been out
It's
for a
not even. It's not
long.
even going to Switch. Hi-Fi
Yeah,
Rush
but
isn't even going to Switch.
what?
Hi-Fi Rush isn't going to Switch. It goes to PS5.
Oh,
That's
Jesus
it.
Christ! So it's not even going to
Oh yeah, yeah. It's
where it could be useful,
Pentiment
right?
and
Good
grounded.
point.
Yeah,
Thank
it's
you.
Pentiment and grounded.
Yeah, so it's the other one that's going to both consoles. I don't know how Sea of Thieves even gonna fucking play on the Switch. Let's be serious. It's that game
Yeah.
is it doesn't look visually complicated, but trust me, it's more complicated than the Switch can run. So let's see how that works. But it's it's cloud compute game, so maybe they're streaming more of it than the normal version. Who knows? But it's just the timing, right? It's like you're in the middle of a generation, you're making this huge seismic shift in the way you do business, and then you got a lot of double talk, and we're doing something to improve our brand, and this does nothing to improve your brand. It will improve Microsoft's brand over time, I would think, to go third party, but it creates additional doubt in the market, and just it's crazy. So I think people kind of accepted it a couple of weeks ago. Came to the dealings of it, and then now they finally do it, and the reality is setting like, oh, this shit is real, and it's real, and you're not
Mhm.
even having the balls to put your logo on shit. So I think that's the secondary insult, is not having the stones to put your logo on anything. So what are you promoting exactly, right? So yeah, it's just goofy, but that's Microsoft ahead of the curve and goofy.
I don't think they're goofy. I don't think they're goofy.
Man,
These guys.
hold on, and just to note, I'm sure some of this also has to do with the goofy clowns over at the FTC. I'm sure it's part of that too, right? Because
Mhm.
some of it is maneuvering to, oh, look, we're good, right? We're not trying to body anybody, right? We're playing fair with all the children. I'm sure part of that is it, but you know. Vincent Vega says nobody cares about the logo. They don't.
That's
I
cap.
mean, look,
That's cap.
it's not about you talking out your ass, bro. It's not about they
Brand
don't care
matters,
about the
dude.
logo. It's like you don't see the logo, so you don't know where it came from. You just see a game from wherever, and you're like, oh, it's on my console. You are a brand, and you should be promoting your brand everywhere, right? When even if Sony doesn't produce, and I'm not sure they publish MLB or not, when you load MLB, guess what you get? A big
PlayStation.
ass PlayStation screen, fat as hell. So don't give me that bullshit about people care about the brand, right? You either
No,
you
it
can
matters.
say the console doesn't matter, that's fine, but at the very least, you should be promoting your brand. So, and there's plenty of people that disagree with me on that, but I don't give a fuck about your disagreement. It is what it is, right? The brand matters. So if you're not going to promote Xbox as a brand, then what's the point? So there you go. Vincent,
Sunrise, but
you're right. It's on Switch, but guess what? In order to reproduce a game, you got to republish it. So I can sneak another logo screen in any place I want when I republish that game. Should be the first thing you do. You're gonna push it to another console, yeah, republish it and put a fat ass Xbox logo on it. It is what it is. It's a small thing, but people remember it. That's just me.
there's value to it.
It's
Try
value.
try taking the
It's free
Xbox logo.
advertising.
Mental
Right.
is right
Try,
though.
try
Yeah.
taking the try taking the
There you
Xbox
go.
logo and doing something foul with it.
So
And you will be quickly reminded that brands matter.
You'll find out real quick how much it matters. Yeah.
So
Very
mental
quickly.
is right though. Remember when they were showing the margins and stuff like that? We know what Nintendo makes, but remember they showed that PlayStation had very small actual margins.
Yeah, Microsoft
They're-
has better
Six
margins.
percent.
Yeah.
6%.
So they are. I mean, obviously, all these companies are in it for the money, but they are trying to make money, especially where they can. And I think this is something people are like. People get so caught up in their brand because stupid consumers. Don't get caught up in the brand. Play what you like and take what you like from any of these companies because they would all screw you over gladly if it meant getting an extra dollar.
Absolutely. But part of the fun is the competition, my dear. Part of the fun. Playing keep away is part of the fun. It's like a sport, right?
No one wants to compete, Pixel. And that's something a lot of people
That hurts
wrestle
me.
with,
I guess
but we have
it's the
to
new
face the
gen.
facts.
Yeah.
No, it's not the new gen, dude. The reason the word monopoly has existed since the word business has ever existed back in the 1800s, 1700s, is because every time someone's making a profit, the last thing they want to do is to compete for said profit and possibly get less tomorrow.
Yes.
So any maneuver a company can do to create a situation where they only profit and they don't have to compete, they're going to take it. They're going to take it. And even if it's creating a cartel in gaming, I'm not saying that's what's happening. I'm not saying it. But even if it is creating a cartel in gaming where they all sit at the same table, they all set the price, and there's no actual competition. New games, suddenly all the games are $80 or all the games are $100. And you're like, how are they all in unison doing this? If they can do it, if it continues to be profitable for them, they will do it. It's just the truth. It's rough, but it's just the
Yeah,
truth.
there's nothing but facts behind that, right? It's all about making money.
Yeah.
That's the business.
That's all it's about.
The
Sir
business of
X-Men,
business.
enjoy Lara Croft and your classic adventures. I'm curious to know, Sir X-Men, which skin are you using? Are you using the original?
It's got to
or
be using the cones,
remastered?
baby.
Is it messed up that I know which cones you're talking about specifically?
No.
God damn. All right. We need to get this off the screen. Oh my goodness. Mental 6% margin is very bad. That's a sign of a very unhealthy line of business. We target at a minimum 20% margin on any new product or service. That way you have room to weather depressed markets. Yeah. So exactly what we had discussed before. It's not a good look, and probably spells. And this was a follow up that I wanted to bring up to you guys. With Xbox chucking these games to PlayStation 5, what's the time frame in your opinions? What's the time frame for PS5 games going to PC day and date? Like campaign. I'm not even talking about online. I'm talking about campaign. The next God of War, the next Spider. The next Spider-Man.
Toki was already
Spider-Man.
talking about it. Toki was already talking about it. Like that's in the works.
It's gonna happen.
By what he's saying. Yeah,
It's
that's
gonna
already
happen.
in the works.
I'd say the next.
No getting around it.
Yeah, he absolutely signaled it at that last whatever conference or whatever he was talking about. He signaled it. We are going to be reaching out to PC to see where we can expand. So they, like he said, they only have two options, right? You either bleed the lemmings, which is what they were trying to do, and that has not been effective, or you bleed the lemmings and you expand your market someplace else. And delaying the PC hasn't helped, right? Because nobody wants it when it's late. They want
and
it,
especially at that price.
Right, at that price. And you don't make games that got FOMO like that, bro. Like your games don't do it like that. So they want to get people out the gate, put it on PC day one, and they'll make more money. They hope, but we'll see. It's coming. It'll definitely be before next gen. That's for sure.
All right, Cozy, stop breathing deeply.
Sorry.
I know you don't care about this, but it's part of the
that's
show.
That's not what that was.
Right?
I was making a face at a cute baby.
Here we go, people. It's not a drill. It's the trailer for the Borderlands. Who's excited?
You die when you jump. Did you not play the kill yourself mission?
No, I didn't.
Oh.
I didn't. You die when you jump. Cozy, I jumped all the time in Borderlands.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I'll be watching that whenever home service comes on. If whenever it happens, I guess at some point, but it's not a rush. Yeah. The funny thing is the timing of these movies, right? Like, when was the last time this series was hot?
Borderlands 3. Great game.
That? Yeah, but how long ago was it?
That was that was like 2018 or 19 or something like that.
So you got like a generation of little people running around who have no idea what this is.
Oh yeah,
She just
for sure.
peaked at Borderlands 2.
Yeah, like Borderlands 2 was kind of where it was like the best of the series, and then you got like, this you still have a fandom, but there's a bunch of people who have no idea what this is. When they see it, they're gonna be like, whatever. But here's the thing.
That's actually a good thing. The way they butchered
it might be. What
it's a good thing.
do they butcher? What do they butcher?
The timelines and the characters in the game.
Mesh them up together like that. Yeah, true
It's
enough.
all over the place, dude.
But I will say this: I initially saw what's the game with Sweet Tooth in it?
Sweet Tooth, is that what we're calling it?
No, the
Twisted Metal.
Twisted Metal, yeah. When I saw the initial trailer of Twisted Metal, I thought it was going to be trash, but it actually was really good. Really good. Like,
well, I thought Twisted Metal was gonna be good as soon as I saw that.
You
trailer.
did? Oh yeah, I was like, nah, this ain't gonna do it. I really didn't think it was gonna do it. But after the first episode, I'm like, okay, they got it. They understand the assignment. So we'll see, right? Maybe it just
we might be wrong.
More trash than it is. Yeah, and it might actually be good. So
look, we might be wrong, but from what we've seen from the trailers, it doesn't look pretty. That's all I'm saying. Mentor's got a good point.
It's not going to be.
If you remove the casting and just look at like the world building that looks like they're doing, they capture the spirit of Borderlands. Yeah. It looks like the world of Borderlands, whether it's Pandora or not. It looks like Borderlands.
Yeah.
Sure. But that casting, dude, gee.
Yeah, I don't love
How did Claptrap sound though? Because I didn't, I couldn't hear the audio. How did
Claptrap sound? He sounds good. He sounds good because they didn't just put Jack Black's voice there. They put Jack Black's voice, and then they put like a synth
the robotic
overlay,
synth enhancement over it. Nice.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
So you have to kind of like look for Jack Black in the voice. If you don't know who Jack Black is, it kind of just sounds like Claptrap, which is cool.
Okay, that'll work. All right.
Yeah,
because he's an important character, right? He a lot of the comedy in the games is carried by that.
We can't count on Tiny Tina, so we might as well count on Claptrap.
The robot, right?
Jeez. What? Oh my lord!
You seem very offended.
Dorian Gray says, nah, this ain't it. All right. Anyway, Borderlands 4 teased by Gearbox founder Randy Pitchford. So here's the specific quote. He said, look, we haven't even announced anything of it. Clearly, we're working on something, and I know that we're working on, and I know what we're working on, and holy shit, it's the greatest thing we've ever done, and I can't wait. But it's not time yet. It's not time yet. There will be a time.
They killed off all the good characters.
Okay. That's a good point, Cozy.
Like, I don't want to see it with that obnoxious teenage girl. She was obnoxious. She was literally, like, ruined the entire third game. No Maya. No what you call it. They'd have to get a completely new cast. Unless they went with an angle and made Tannis an unhinged siren, which I absolutely would love. But they'd have to get rid of that teenage girl completely for me to even be interested in.
I'm glad you brought up the teenage girl, because if me or Matt or Pixel did,
I didn't beat Borderlands 3, so I don't know.
You didn't play 3?
I played it. I didn't beat it.
Yeah, I didn't beat it either.
Oh god,
I don't think I did. At least I beat.
Like it's a fun game.
From the Borderline. It's
fun.
Borderlands.
The gameplay was fun, but it didn't quite capture the spirit of 3. And it was like, I get Claptrap is supposed to be annoying. Everyone thinks he's annoying, but they added this other character who's just annoying, and she was more annoying than Claptrap.
And she wasn't funny.
Yeah, she wasn't.
Claptrap at least is funny.
Yeah.
All right. Well, anyone psyched for Borderlands 4 when it comes to jeez? Wow.
What's funny is
that last segment, you'll probably get it.
Yeah, I'll probably get it. Just because Borderlands 3, I didn't beat it, but it was fun. Like, I enjoyed the gameplay. It's fun.
Can you say something was fun if you didn't beat it?
Yes. Tons of fun games that I've never beat.
Yeah, just,
life happened.
Just didn't finish it.
All right, Cozy, are you getting Borderlands 4 at $70 because with Randy it's gonna be $70. Randy in 2K, it's definitely gonna be $70. Cozy,
That's a yes. That's a yes. She's getting it.
is that why she's quiet right now?
Yes. She just messaged me. She said yes.
Pixel, are you getting Borderlands 4 if it
Nope.
comes out day one? No.
Nope. Wait and see.
All right. Dorian Gray says if they get Maya back, he'll get it. Okay. Deathloop fits that for me. I always had fun when I was playing it, but I never beat it. Oh my goodness. Deathloop. I still haven't even started Deathloop.
Deathloop
was
was one of those games
so
where
fun.
it's interesting and it's like you gotta understand the loop, right? The concept. And I was not in the mood
The
or
loop.
cared to understand the
Understand.
freaking concept. Like my cousin played it, he's like, "Yo, it's dope," and I liked I like
Mhm.
the action, like the missions, but I'm like, but I couldn't like get with the timings, like how to catch the timings to get them all together and all that stuff. So it's one of those things I probably have to go back to, but yeah. I mean, I know it's a good game though. So it's one of those games was like it's a good game, but it just isn't clicking with you. So yeah.
I get that. I loved it.
I'm still just salty about Deathloop.
It's
Why?
too bad.
I don't like how they tried to sell it to us.
How they try to
Oh,
sell it to you, Luke.
first game with a black male protagonist and no, the first game with a black protagonist and black
It's not.
antagonist.
It's
I was
it's
like,
not. It's not the first game with the black. Like you
well,
played as Billy in Dishonored: Death of the Outsider. She was
Mhm.
black.
Is the antagonist also black?
Is the antagonist also black? It's weird to say because the antagonists are kind of all over the place.
The main antagonist.
No.
Yeah, even dude, whether it was factual or not, don't build your game around that. That's my take on it.
The characters are
Don't.
awesome though. Like
That's cool.
regardless of being black or white or whatever, the characters are fucking awesome.
Yeah, but you sold it to me as this is the main driving force around it.
I
So
didn't get that at all.
that's what I
Right.
got. That's what I got. Cozy, get your ass back in here. Helldivers 2 increases player cap to 700,000, but CEO warns it will still likely max out. Cozy, you there? Nothing. All right.
She said that's amazing.
Matt,
Yeah.
Helldivers 2, you've been playing it recently. Is the issue gone? Of
I
like
only
not being
started
able
playing it.
to jump in?
I only started playing it again last night because before that I hadn't played it since the weekend because of the issue.
Mhm.
Every time you got on, you were in queue for like 40 minutes, and I was just I couldn't do that.
You had better
But I
things to
play.
do.
Yeah, I play. I'll play some other stuff. I'm not wasting 45 minutes to play that game. But yeah, like it seems fixed. I logged in yesterday, no issues. There was no like warning about the server being at capacity. It just put me in.
All right. Pixel, I heard you say that you played some of
Yeah,
Helldivers.
yeah. I played middle of the week, whatever. Right now they only got 338,000 on there, at least on Steam, and can't say how many are on PlayStation, but I mean, hopefully it's fixed. I mean, it's been an issue since day one. Where they didn't even have a proper message coming up, but just like giving you like a exclamation mark or something. It's crazy. But the game is hype. So I'm
I
hopefully
feel
be
like
playing it this afternoon.
so that 300,000 for me it feels like people wanted to rock up because no one could get in. You know the whole exclusive nature of it, of like no one can get into Helldivers, and that's why the 400,000 cap was like so like hard, and everyone was jumping in. and then as soon as they pushed it up to 700, people are kind of like, "Oh, okay, it's fun, but I'm out."
Yeah, reality was set in.
I also think a lot of it's to do with the fact that before they implemented this, they implemented like a 15-minute, like if you're AFK for 15 minutes, you're gone. Whereas there's a lot of people, like there's friends in my friend group who were like making a joke, and they were dead serious about it, but they were like, joke, like, yeah, I just leave my PS5 or Steam on. Like Ham left it on his Steam Deck so that when he turned on his Steam Deck, he'd just be on his ship and he could play.
Oh, so he was holding the space.
Yeah,
So
he
it
was
doesn't time out.
Yeah, so it doesn't time out. And my buddy Bill was doing the same thing on his PlayStation. It's like
guys
people were
spot squatting.
Why are you selling out Ham? Why are you selling Ham out?
I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
Smart though.
People were doing it. And I think they get that 15-minute AFK thing in there, and they probably yeeted about like 10 to 15,000 people off the servers just doing that.
Damn. And now the numbers have gone down instead of ballooning up to the 700,000.
Well, let's see though, right? It's 5:19 EST. Let's see what it looks like at midnight tonight.
Yeah, the weekend's just getting started here in a couple hours.
Ham is standing about his business. He's like, I did it. I'm not even backing away.
Yeah, he's right. It's a smart move.
It is.
So
the same.
He went from bullsitting to spot sitting.
That's a good one.
Hold this spot.
That's a good one. Also,
that's smart. I wish I would have thought of doing that. That's good.
Yeah.
Cozy, how do you feel about Ham spot sitting?
Spot sitting? You can't do it anymore. I mean, it's harder.
But when he was doing it, how do you feel about the fact that he did do it when it was allowed?
So I did something like that. So I would play it.
Oh my goodness!
So hear me out.
All of you guys suck.
Yeah, Cozy was talking about it too.
So I would play it, but I didn't stay in after I was playing. I got my time. I played in, and then I would close the game, and then I would open it again to wait for a spot, like so that the next time I wanted to play it, I would be in the game.
Wait, you would open it and then
I would close the game when I was done playing, but then I would open it like way ahead so that by the time I got home, I'd be able to play it. I didn't keep it up because I was like, okay, I got an opportunity to play.
So you preemptively
opening the game,
open the game, and then you go home, do your chores and whatever. If it opens
I'd open it
way before.
Yeah, I'd open it in the morning.
Just leave it there.
Yeah, and then I would open it I'd close it at night after I was done playing, and then open it in the morning.
At 9 a.m, and then you would go play it like end of the day when you're done with work.
Yeah, but it usually took like 4 hours to get in.
I would just like to say to the ESG, I do not condone this.
That's because you're a whole.
Listen, that's not on numb.
TSWS.
This is developer's job to determine if
kick idle people
and kick idle people out. So they got multiple coding issues. A small team, I'm sure, right? So hey, they didn't think this one all the way out. They didn't think this through. So shout out to you people who figured out the trick, because y'all was causing everybody else a real headache.
Oh my goodness.
So good.
Ham was keeping his throne warm. That's his excuse. All right, bro. All right. Excuses. Keep me in, coach. Keep me in, coach. All right, on some basketball stuff. Keep me in, coach. All right. Let's move on to a less pleasant discussion. Good luck to Helldivers, but here we go. WWE 2K24 final roster confirms removal of Brock Lesnar and Vince McMahon. So neither Lesnar nor McMahon's removal is all that surprising. Lesnar was previously removed from 2K's WWE Supercard mobile game after he was connected to allegations of sexual misconduct against McMahon. The reveal came after a former WWE employee filed a lawsuit against McMahon accusing the WWE co-founder of, among other things, sexual assault and sex trafficking. Lesnar was also implicated in the report.
Yikes.
So obviously innocent until proven guilty.
What country is this?
I mean, that motherfucker is not innocent. You see those texts? That motherfucker is not innocent. That man's a degenerate. That man is a degenerate.
Vince been a piece of garbage for a long time. It's not.
Oh,
it's not.
but he wasn't a piece of garbage. Guilty. He was misunderstood.
He's misunderstood, right? He's only misunderstood for the 2020s. He was clearly understood for the 70s. He's just a dirtbag. My God,
it is. That guy's perfect. He's a dirtbag.
He's a dirtbag. Come on, we know about this. You know, he's one of those casting couch bros. You know how it is. Yep.
Oh my goodness, the chat. I got
a job for you.
Pixel. Oh. Don't be saying that, Pixel.
So look, it's finally caught up to him. Oh well.
Yeah.
Oh well. Yeah. You know.
Ham says they got rid of two of the most dangerous characters. If guilty, lounge lizards, welcome in. If guilty of trafficking, he can burn wherever. And Big Mad Mo obviously comes in here with. I can't even say that.
Can I question Lounge Lizard saying something, bro? You know the Lounge Lizard, Leisure Suit Larry, Lounge Lizard, bro. Come on, man.
Oh yeah, Leisure Suit Larry.
Yeah, that's what, when I see a name like Lounge Lizard, I'm thinking about Leisure Suit Larry. That's not a game you can make nowadays.
That's a good game,
huh?
That's a good. Yeah,
you can't make that game today. You know?
No way.
Oh my goodness!
Tell Abby to get the goal.
Ham, what are you doing?
Someone
get the drink away from Ham. We still have tired Ham in the chat. Sounds like Ham last Friday. Jeez. Jax82, Vince McMahon is done. So is John Laurinaitis. He's screwed. Yeah, probably. So my question to you guys is, do you guys think this is fair considering that we're still at the allegations phase? No one has been convicted. Nothing, no trial has moved forward. Nothing. It's just allegations at this point. Legally speaking, it is literally just allegations. How do you guys feel about the WWE doing what they're doing?
It's whether it's fair or unfair. I mean, it's let's be realistic. Having allegations against you of sex trafficking is not good in any decade. But especially now, and
they're lying.
Okay, well, especially now in 2024, a big company like 2K or Take-Two, I think it's Take-Two who does that.
It's
yeah, like a big company like that, and you're tied to allegations of sex trafficking. They're not taking a chance with that. Whether you're guilty or innocent, they're not. They're like, dude. They're like, no, we're not even associating with.
Isn't Matt Gaetz still in Congress? Just asking.
I mean, but all those people are lizards.
Those people are. Yeah. So is it unfair? Absolutely, right. But this country has a very weird way of playing out what's fair and fair when you're caught up in that kind of allegation. Right. So, but yeah, from a business standpoint, of course they had to get rid of him. The swamp can't cover that. They can't. They don't have the kind of money that it takes to sit around to form up ranks with him and ignore the allegation, even with like text messages and everything. They can't do it. So, what can they do? You got to go. Like, bros, it's our brand or you, and guess what?
It's our brand.
It's our brand all the time.
So And on Sundays, all right. TSWS Ham says 2K don't want the smoke. Yeah,
Nope,
yeah.
not at all.
I agree with Lounge Lizard. Regardless of the WWE, there needs to be a fair trial. So many people have been wrongfully hanged,
Sure.
and I'm not saying these guys are innocent. I'm not. I just when I see accusations like this, I immediately jump to the dude that plays Kang. What's his face? The guy that Marvel is throwing under the bus. I'm forgetting his name.
Oh, Jonathan Majors or whatever.
Yep. Yep.
Yes,
Yeah.
Absolutely
this
trash.
guy is being destroyed, but there was video evidence that she was attacking him. She was trying to get to him. He was trying to get away from her. Successfully got away from her. He's the attacker. It's just, yeah. It is what it is. Good luck to the WWE. Good luck to 2K, and good luck to the victims of whatever is being accused here. Mental says the right thing to do while the allegations are out there is to step down. At the same time, though, if proven innocent, they should be able to return. The latter is where the system fails every single time. I've never seen it happen
Except for
where
Johnny Depp.
someone that's a nope,
That's the
nope,
one.
nope. No,
That's
not
the
even
one.
Johnny Depp. Not
Why
even
not?
Johnny. No, not
Why
even.
not?
Dude, he's never going to be on Pirates of the Caribbean again. It's never going to happen.
That's because he said he's now coming back. Like they did him dirty,
Dude,
and then he was like,
Disney
"Yeah, I'm never working for you idiots
wait,
again."
hold on. It's not like Disney was like, dude, can you come back? Dude, if you get dumped, right? And then you're like, yeah, I don't ever want to be with you again. You're not really saying anything. I'm sorry. It's not like Disney came crawling to Johnny and like, oh, please, we need. They did not do that.
They're
They
like,
already have.
whatever. They moved
Yeah,
on.
they have
Yeah.
their cast of all female pirates ready to go. They're gonna make billions. They don't
They're
even
not gonna
need
make
Johnny
billions
Depp.
of that movie. That movie's gonna tank hard.
Pixel, you were terrible at detecting sarcasm.
Oh,
Terrible.
no, I'm sorry. I'm just checking.
Point is,
Yeah.
you cannot lump Johnny Depp there.
Okay, fair enough.
Every person that has been wrongfully accused of these types of things, it does not matter how publicly you are vindicated or proven innocent. It does not matter. Your life is over as soon as the trial starts. Like as soon as the gavel goes, bam, trial, Pixel V, whatever, it's over. It doesn't even matter what happens, dude. Like the next day, it could get dismissed. The person was drunk or high or whatever. It doesn't matter. You'll never get another job. It's over. It's over for you. So it is what it is. Cozy, can you finish up on this topic and then we can move on?
Yeah, I mean, I agree with what you say. There isn't really going to be a comeback. I honestly think, although I do say if there's one place where you could make a comeback, it would be wrestling. But
You think?
I think so. But I don't think either of them. I think both of them are gone.
Yeah. And those text messages, like I would be shocked if
Those
someone
text
was able
messages
to
are
prove
fucked.
if someone was able to prove that they were innocent, like that's the new Johnny Cochran.
That man needs to be behind bars just for those text messages. That man is a menace to society, sending texts like that.
Yeah.
I'm not up on the text. I need to go read them now. Jesus.
Oh, they're
Sounds
Bro.
salacious.
That shit is uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Wow.
You're gonna cringe. You're gonna cringe
Honestly,
a
if you
lot.
don't want it, anyone ever find it, don't ever put it out there.
That's true.
That's good advice.
That's a good one. That's Cozy with some sage advice. Something's off today. Like
What?
lightning might strike my home, and it's not even raining outside. I don't know. Ha, Vic. Oh my goodness.
I
All right,
mean,
Vic.
that is very true. And that's her
Oh,
number one
my
talent.
Whose baby is making those sounds? Nelson's got a good point here. NGC Nelson, welcome in. Nelson says someone's child is making adorable
That's
sounds.
one of my nieces.
Tell her to come say hi.
I don't. They're not on what you call it. We don't put them publicly.
Oh, all right. Vic, I will not be highlighting that text. I will not. Wow. Let's remove that comment and let's move on. Before we lose even more sponsors. So right after the Nintendo Direct, we had a showing of, well, close to the closest thing to game of the generation so far, before Baldur's Gate, before anyone comes to my throat, before Baldur's Gate.
No, this is still it, man. Outsold
Yeah,
Baldur's
that
Gate by
tops
millions.
that tops
By
Baldur's
millions
Gate.
and millions. Come on, not even close.
That tops Baldur's Gate.
Damn.
Truth.
Cozy, do you agree with that? Cozy?
She does. She just
Silence is
she
agreement.
does.
Let's go.
I've
She
not.
does.
I don't know because I can't talk about something that I haven't.
Played.
Yeah,
Yes,
I
she
want to
does.
play it, but it's yet to. I've yet to see it on sale for at least no more than 35.
30. Yeah. But
One
Cozy, I
day.
promise you, if there is a game for you to break your rule, I promise you, it's Elden Ring. Like, this is a masterpiece.
I think she
of
was talking about Baldur's
masterpieces.
Gate.
Oh.
Shut up.
Are you talking about Baldur's Gate, Cozy?
No, Elden Ring.
Oh,
Okay.
You know
Thought
I
you
would
were
never
talking
touch
about
Baldur's Gate. Ew.
Yeah. So I was saying, Cozy, this is a
Insult me.
masterpiece among masterpieces. All right?
It is.
I understand it, but that's
No,
$60.
you don't understand.
You know how
don't
many
understand,
indies
Cozy.
I could buy for that price?
All right, let's make a
That's
deal.
like
Not enough.
Cozy,
15 copies of Brotato.
Cozy, let's make a deal.
Yeah.
You pay $30, I'll pay the remainder.
Just so I can play Elden Ring.
Yes.
It's a good deal.
Okay, I will make this deal, and I will actually, just so you know, I'm actually playing it. I will stream it.
There we go.
Let's go.
There we go. I'm telling you, one of the greatest games of all time is Elden Ring. So this was the trailer that came out, and we got the release date. Anyone see anything that they want to talk about? Are you excited for this? Bro, like, did you guys see this kung fu move? I'm sorry, I need to rewind this. Did you guys see, like pay attention to this guy? Check this out. That's some seafood shit.
Yeah.
That's some seafood shit.
I understand it winning best art direction more and more.
Oh my god.
Yeah, the art's really, really amazing in that game.
I'm trash at this game, but it is a good game.
Have you tried different builds? Because not everyone can play like as a knight or whatever. Have you tried different builds?
No, I put like a bunch of hours in, and I had to like call my son, like, bro, help me out, because he's a Dark Souls player.
Oh, so your son played it for you?
No, he told me how to play. Come on now.
And still,
you handed him the controller like a big, like he's the big brother.
Oh no, we don't do that.
Cozy, that was unnecessary. That's unnecessary violence.
Just note that he's like 30, right? So that's not a child I'm talking here. Right? I'm a grown man.
That makes it even.
Don't let Cozy paint that negative picture for you. But I asked him like how to beat the first boss. He showed me how to beat him. Like told me like, yo, you gotta do this, you gotta do that. Do this build. I'm like, all right, I beat him. I'm like, all right, this is pretty awesome. But the level of dedication required, I was like, yeah, nah,
dude.
But it's a good game.
Dude, I'm playing as an archer. You need to try different types of styles. I'm playing as an archer because I'm not very good at.
Is there a respec option?
Yes, you can. You can. Eventually, you can. I forget how you do it in that game, but you can eventually respec.
Or just restart one of the
I'm like
best
level
games
30.
ever
I'm not
made.
restarting a mother.
You can you respec once you get to that castle that everybody was. I forget the name of it. Once you beat this boss at a castle, it's like Hogwarts almost.
Okay.
But
Okay.
once you get there, then you can respec.
All right. I'll
Oh
have to
my
boot
lord.
it up again and see where I'm
Oh
at.
yeah, the chick with the egg, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Renala. Is her
yeah,
name?
yeah,
His name
yeah,
Renala?
This is not the
yeah.
chick in the castle that gives you the cooties if you hug her, right? Not that one, right?
Yeah, I don't
No,
Saps
think
your
no,
so.
energy.
I think that's the child. I think you're talking
Oh,
about
she's an adult. She's sitting in the room. There's like a princess, and if she asks you for a hug, and you give her a hug, she like drops
No,
her
no, no, that's
stats.
not her. That's not her.
Okay.
She's in
Damn.
the safe area or whatever. That's not her.
Okay.
Y'all got me about to download Elden Ring on my computer now.
Now this game
guys
is
are
hard,
Oh
man.
my
You guys are
god.
sick. You guys are sick.
Look at that. Oh goodness.
This game really had the zeitgeist when it came in. I remember there was
Yeah.
this one guy who like he was like basically playing naked and going around helping people. He was like
Yeah.
one
Yeah.
hit killing bosses. Like I'm like, this dude is a savage.
Let me solo her. That
Let me
was his
Yeah,
name.
solo.
yup, that's the one. Yeah, let me solo her.
Dude, listen to our conversation the last 5 minutes. Is there a game that can do what we just spoke about? So many little tiny references from a game that's like two,
Very
3 years
few.
old. There's
Very
so
few
many
games.
games that just come
Yeah.
out and then we completely just
Yep.
our minds have no space for them. We just move on. Oh, oh. All right. So we all agree here, guys.
Yeah, it's gonna be fire.
Everyone's gonna play this, correct? Yes.
Eventually, yes.
Don't be like that, Pixel. Just respec or try something else.
Yeah, I'm gonna try.
All right.
You should go Magic because I was struggling with the Knight and then I went Magic and that's when that game started to click and I was like, this is incredible.
This is some
Okay.
good stuff.
All right,
Yeah.
let me look into that then.
That's why I keep saying, dude, just respec and make peace with the fact that you're going to have to respec and put in like 10 hours into each character until you find the build that matches you. Yeah. Elden Ring equals love and hate. All right. Cozy, do we have a deal? You're not going to back out of this, are you?
She said we have a deal.
It's funny because it keeps doing it.
Oh my god. All right. Last one for this week. The last topic. We're going to trigger some people. Apologies in advance. Where is it? Here we go. Xbox boss Phil Spencer suggests new Call of Duty games will hit Game Pass day 1. So here's the specific quote. Our intent, he qualifies it, our intent is the full portfolio of games from ZeniMax, Activision Blizzard, and Xbox Game Pass will be on Game Pass day 1. So the question I'm putting to you guys is it going to be a good thing when he eventually does it?
Is it going to be a good thing? What?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think so as we've seen, I know they say subscriptions are bottoming out, but people are still going to be buying these games. Because you always have those people like, I'd rather buy this game. And then people who want to subscribe to the service are going to be, well, I'd rather sub to the service. And I think you forget there's going to be an entire generation of people who their experience with a lot of growing up, their experience is going to be with a lot of entertainment is subscribing or playing free-to-play games that already are present. So yeah.
Yep.
And I think especially if it's like strictly Xbox and Game Pass, as the Xbox shrinks and people are like, well, I'll just play on, my PlayStation or my PC, they might not pick the Xbox store option, so then they can enjoy paying the full price. As we've seen, people are willing to pay on Steam and other markets.
But that would be a that would move the needle, in my opinion, guys. Like
This
$70 on Steam. Oh, sorry, $60 on Steam, $70 on PlayStation. Day one on Game Pass.
is Call of
You're
Duty ever
telling
70 bucks?
people will make
Ever $60?
Call of Duty 70 on
on
Steam.
Steam.
It's 70
Oh,
it's
everywhere.
70 on
They
Steam.
ain't
It's
charging
70
you
on
less
Steam.
for that. You
It's
got to
70 on
pay
Steam.
70 full
Yeah.
guap. Let's
What?
go, and expect it to go up. So yeah, I mean, what
So
they're
will it
trying to do
move
is
the
create
needle?
that price.
Will it move the
Comparison,
needle?
right?
Absolutely.
Yeah,
That's gonna
some
move.
people are gonna
That's
be like, I'm not paying that. Let's just subscribe.
I'm gonna be like that. Like a ton of people are still gonna buy Call of Duty. Like that. Like people for whatever reason forget about like what Cozy said. People still are gonna totally buy Call of Duty. But me personally, I
I'm
don't
not gonna
plan
buy
on.
it
I don't plan on buying another Call of Duty ever again. As soon as that
ever.
starts happening, I'm all
Yeah,
set. I'm all
yeah.
set.
I
I'm happy with that.
for me, my specific reason is because I only care about Call of Duty because of the campaign. After that 6 or 8 or 10 hour campaign, I'm out, and I'm not willing to pay full price for 6 hours of content. I'm not about to do that. But
Yep,
Pixel, go ahead.
that's how I want to play it. I want to play the campaigns, and I missed a bunch of them. So I'm happy to wait for it to come on Game Pass and play those campaigns. So yeah, let's go.
Yep.
Unless somebody
Yep.
might be triggered by that, you have an
Do you
option, right?
guys?
You got two choices, right? You can pay full price for it, or you can just rent it for a couple of months. Your choice.
Months? Come on.
Yeah, I'm not.
If
It's
you
not
getting
play a
even
Game Pass.
multiplayer,
like okay,
if
sure,
you play a
sure.
multiplayer, it's what is it like $17 a month now? So you like 4 months
Yeah.
in before it actually hits the price of the full game. If that's all you play, and that's kind
And
of the
during those
calculation you
four
need to make.
months, you're playing other games as well.
Yeah, I mean, let's just say that's all you play, right? That's kind of the way I would calculate it. Like if I'm gonna play this game for 4 months, and that's gonna be the only game I'm playing, maybe I subscribe to it and then stop after 4 months. But if it's something that you're gonna do more than that, and then they're gonna do perks. If you're in Ultimate, there's gonna be Call of Duty perks. Like there's no way. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna
No,
put
during
perks.
the trial, they specifically said they wouldn't be doing that.
Why not?
Look, I bet you they're gonna do that.
Because they tried
to
to.
do that.
Because they were trying to. Oh, really? You think they're gonna back out of it, right?
I bet you that at some point before 2030, we're going to see perks in Game Pass for Call of Duty.
Yeah,
I
it's
feel
a
pretty
corpo
confident.
thing.
I
Yeah,
feel pretty
Yeah, but
confident.
it's gonna be perks but because they're gonna want to try to keep you in the game for a year if that's your game, right? So they may not be crazy perks. Maybe it's just discounts. Maybe it's just a discount on the cost of money in the game. You know what I'm saying? Like nothing crazy, but just something to hook you and keep you in there. Well, we'll probably get a good idea what they're gonna do once Diablo goes in, right? Because that's one of those kind of games where they're constantly trying to get money out of you on that game. So maybe that'll be like a taste of where they're gonna go with this. But it's the same thing like the Elder Scrolls Online. There's perks in Game Pass for Elder Scrolls Online. There are perks for being in Game Pass and playing that game.
Yeah, but Elder Scrolls, when they bought it, it was kumbaya. No one really batted an eye.
Yeah, but
when
it's
they
still
bought
kumbaya because Call of
Activision.
Duty's for the streets.
Yeah, it's really kind of not, because
It is,
one
though.
of the things that even Jim Ryan pointed out is that we can't compete with $70 on our platform, free on the other. Well, not free, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Kind of free on the other platform.
I don't think that's true.
Yeah, that's not true.
As we've seen,
Jim Ryan's a chronic liar.
people are just going to continue to buy them like their favorite box because that's where their friends are. That's where they always play that, such things.
Hold on, you guys think that if Call of Duty becomes day and date on Xbox,
Not if, when.
Yeah, when.
The when. There's no if. It's gonna be a when.
Yeah, it's not an if at this point. I mean, he just said it.
Bro, you can stare at that screen all you want. It's gonna be a when because like they're doing all this maneuvering. Bro, it's going in there day one. It's going down. What are you gonna do about it?
Yep.
I don't think it's gonna maneuver as much people as you'd think. I think what's gonna happen is
10%, man. 10%.
It's going to incentivize, people like the small Xbox community to stay with Xbox. It's going to incentivize some of the PC people to utilize Xbox service, and everyone else is just going to be throwing money the same way they did before.
Yeah, like nobody's, especially now that because Microsoft even said it, or Phil Spencer even said it, they lost the worst generation that you could possibly lose, which is everybody starting to build their digital libraries during the PS4 and the Xbox One generation, where it's like, as much as you can put every Call of Duty until the end of time into Game Pass, that's not going to switch somebody who's on PlayStation, who's been on PlayStation since that generation. And they're not going to say, well, I'll just ditch my library because I'm going to switch to Xbox now because Call of Duty is on Game Pass.
But hold on. Isn't it something that we've all agreed on, that there's a lot of people that specifically only play Call of Duty? For the last 10 years, if you check their libraries, just Call of Duty, Call of Duty, Call of Duty, Call of Duty, Call of Duty.
Absolutely.
They play in the comfort of their favorite device that they've been playing on.
Exactly. Like, and as long as Call of Duty is still on PlayStation, they'll still be playing Call of Duty, Call of Duty, Call of Duty, Call of Duty.
And rather pay $70 than switch over.
We saw the same thing with Starfield.
Because they're not gonna switch just for that.
Same thing with Starfield. Exactly. You got millions of hours in Starfield for people that paid for it on Steam. They paid
on Steam,
for it. They didn't get on the Xbox app. They got it on Steam.
Mm-hmm.
So people aren't going to change their buying habits like that. Like, not this generation.
So that's why this works in Microsoft's favor, is because they know they're going to get the bucks from these same people. These people are going to fork over, and they're still getting the regular subscription price, the continual subscribers from the Xbox and small percentage of people that use the PC Game Pass.
I disagree with you guys. I'm with Big Mad Mo. I think if they do day and date, there's a lot of people that are going to move to the other side.
Relatively speaking, sure, a lot of people will move, but really not really.
What's there?
Not like what make up a percentage? I don't know, like 60%. Like 60% of people, 50% of people aren't going to move platforms just because.
I can get.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, like a minuscule amount of people will absolutely move.
Dude, 20%. That's a lot of people. 20% of what's the install base?
I don't know. For PlayStation specifically?
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, by the end of the generation, they'll have sold like 120 million consoles, something like that. Number like that.
Let's say 100. Let's say 20 million people jump over to the Xbox. Suddenly, it's not 30 million install base on Xbox; it's 50 million.
Yeah.
That
so
changes.
This is what it was last gen.
Yeah, it's not. They're still making a ton of money from the other 80% of people who didn't switch, and now they're getting the 20% of people who did switch monthly subscribers every month.
Yeah,
it's a win-win for, like, they get that money and they get this money. It's what they're trying to do.
Mental says he knows people that pretty much only play COD and Battlefield. For them, it's cheaper to just buy the game than play it in Game Pass.
Yep, exactly.
Okay.
Right? If you go over for a month, now you're beyond $70, right? So, that's your jam.
I don't know. I just have to insist on my point of view on this one specifically. I don't underestimate people's need to not pay full price for stuff.
See, the funny thing is,
why credit card debt
kind of agree with you.
Holds up the world's economy. There's a reason why credit card debt is so big on the planet. It's because every time you give people the chance to pay a tiny piece of whatever the product costs, and then pay another tiny piece in 30 days or whatever, most people take that. So I don't see people looking at $70 on this, $15 or $17 on the Xbox. You get the game plus a whole bunch of perks, plus all the games on Game Pass. I don't see it, guys.
The only way I see it working is they have to. Yes. A lot of the one thing I do see possibly working in their favor is if they announce a Call of Duty to coincide with whatever next console they release. That's the only way I can see it work. It has to be timed just right, and I still don't think you'd see as many people switch over because people are creatures of comfort. Yes, I do believe that a person is still on PS4, but I also would absolutely be willing to move.
You're talking about comfort. There's nothing like financial comfort, Cozy. There's nothing like having more money to pay for your gym, to pay to go watch a movie, to pay to go on a date with Cozy. There's nothing like not having to spend the whole 70. Now you just have to spend 20, and then the other 50 is in your pocket. There's nothing like that. Most people don't look like a year ahead and be like, oh, I'm gonna save X amount if I buy the full game now. What people look at is I'm gonna save right now $50.
Sure. But I don't think it's gonna be this seismic shift. It's gonna be beneficial for Xbox, regardless, honestly. But I don't think it's gonna be this mass exodus of players leaving PlayStation because they can play Call of Duty and Game Pass. I think that's gonna
Lounge Lizard's also right. It's like there are people who I've talked to. Like I was talking to someone like, oh, do you play on any consoles? I was like, oh, I play some games on Xbox. But I was using it on PC, and they were like, oh, PlayStation's best. And a lot of those people, when you ask them, oh, what do you play? And they just play what everyone else plays, available everywhere.
Third party.
Yeah, it's the best. They have no idea.
They have no idea it's everywhere.
Yeah, that's
they
how
have
it is.
no idea it's everywhere. I recently spoke to my brothers about the whole Xbox games going to PlayStation, and they were like, okay, so do I lose access to these games? And I was like, no, I don't lose access. Like, okay, do they leave Game Pass? They're like, and I said no, and they're like, okay, so I don't care if they're on PlayStation. So that's why I'm saying I think most people that aren't us, like the people that are super into gaming, most people that put in maybe 2-3 hours into gaming, who make up the majority, right, per day, these people don't look at it like loyalty to this box or loyalty to that box. They look at it as what's the best deal. That's why your point about the next console, Cozy, that is gold. That is I'm stealing that nugget. I'm stealing it and I'm going to use it for the foreseeable future. Timing it's going to be like crucial. If Xbox times the next Call of Duty and they're like it's going to be 1 year exclusive on the new Xbox console, boom, it's going to be a huge explosion.
I also think one thing, so if they're porting more games to other consoles, I think it's such a missed opportunity because one of the things they could have done was make, they could have ported those games, but make steelbooks, collector's editions, and limited consoles exclusively Xbox.
Yeah. But all this pontificating we've been making, and we all know Phil Spencer will do nothing. They'll just port everything to PlayStation, and that will be that.
We won't give Viva Pinata either.
Viva Pinata. Maybe PlayStation will give it to you.
We know how well that game would sell. We all know.
No, Jose.
No, we don't.
We really don't. Just you, Cozy. You're the only one that can see into the far future.
No.
Just you.
Even though the game loop for that game, if expanded upon, was kind of great.
Was it?
Modernized? I love both those games. Viva Piano was pretty awesome, man.
Yeah, I think
And
there's
the
like a
characters are all cute and
underserved
everything. Like,
market.
come on, bro.
Oh yeah. Speaking of the death of exclusivity, PSVR 2 is definitely it's going to PC. Vince,
Yeah.
the time's up, bruv. It's 2 hours. It's up. Also, before we go, Pixel, please pick someone in the chat to win this week's $10 voucher on PlayStation or Xbox.
You guys need a spinner. There's a spinner. Vincent Vega.
Okay, Vince, there you go. You know what to do. DM Ham Solo, and he'll hook you up real quick. Before we hop on out of here, Cozy. Sorry, not Cozy. Pixel, please tell people where they can find you, what you're up to. Plug your stuff.
I am Pixelbit G. You'll find me on X sometimes under Pixelated G, and sometimes on my own channel, which I have not got chance to do anything with over the last couple of weeks because I've been busy as heck. And every now and again, you see me show up on some shows, like KS Ante and Web Dave and other great influencers.
You mean Admiral Keys, right? Not
Admiral
Kiasante.
Keys.
Yeah,
the good sir. Yes, so. And every now and
he
again,
needs to find a seat. He needs to sit down. That's what he
does.
To
He needs to have a conversation with his brother. And then, every now and again, you'll see me on this show where Loke decides to hit me like minutes before. But yeah,
pretty much.
Always appreciate the invite, man.
2 minutes before.
Yeah, man. Appreciate it.
All right. Matt, plug your stuff.
Absolutely. You can find me on Twitter at Matt Likes Games. You can also find me on YouTube, Matt Likes Games videos every Monday and Friday at 11 a.m. Eastern. And then on Wednesdays, the Two Player Podcast with myself and Ham Solo at 2 p.m. Eastern. And then Sundays, you can find the L3R3 podcast over on the channel as well, 8 p.m. Eastern for that with myself, Hard Days Mike, and it's me, Tuan.
Cozy, you want to plug anything?
All right, so you can find me at all places where you find Cozy Beluga. Thursdays on 4GQ TV. Today on TWS. I did that backwards.
Yes.
Yeah.
TSWS.
Yes. And also Wasted with Wise. And on Sundays, you can find me on 4GQ TV, Majestic Mayhem. But I've got some exciting other things coming up. I'm still working on them, arranging things with my artists, and I will let you guys know more once I get my artists free.
Hey. Also, that profile picture, Cozy, just très bien.
I have to keep it here because I lost the original.
It's, you know what? Hold up. Let me do a quick screen grab for posterity's sake. Booger eater, and it looks like she just swallowed a booger when you look at her face, right? Anyways, thank you so much to everyone for joining us for BullSittin. We do this every Friday on TSWS Gaming. Sundays is my personal podcast. I call it the Gaming Log. On Mondays, Ham Solo and K Mega do the crossover podcast. 1 week on K Mega's channel, 1 week on TSWS. They alternate. Not sure if we're going to have an episode this Monday, but just make sure you smash the like button and notification so you can be notified. Tuesday, me and Ham do the lowdown. This past week, it was me and Oshus. It was fun to see someone else be up at 2 a.m. With me. It was interesting on a Tuesday night. Wednesday, like Matt said, it's a two-player podcast on Matt Likes Games channel. Thursday, Ham does Behind Them Sticks, where he interviews various people in gaming. A couple of weeks ago, it was Oh No, It's Alex. Fingers crossed that we can have time for Phil Spencer, but Ham's got a full schedule, very full. We'll see we'll see what happens. Anyways, thank you all for watching. We will see you on Sunday.